All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We live, baby. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Appreciate the love and support. If you want to make a donation to the channel, remember that link's always in the description. Best way to donate is Cash App, PayPal. If Super Chat is convenient enough for you, I mean, that's cool. But I prefer the other two methods. But the best way to donate is to share the video. It's the best donation. Free 99. Don't cost much to share the video somewhere on social media. I appreciate everybody that do share the video. But let's talk about Terrence. I mean, it's taking on hold on. So if you're in Southern California, go check it out. PBC don't have a bad ticket prices unless it's like a Floyd fight. The ticket price is really, really good, like $25, $30, get you through the door. So that's something to check out if you're in Southern California. Undercard, very, very forgettable. Um, that's what I can tell you about that. Then we're gonna talk a little bit about Mikey Garcia deal. Mikey Garcia could be stand on his own for the long haul and tell you the details, how much money he getting, when his next fight is, and tell you guys about he may end up fighting Josh Taylor or Devin Haney down the line. Lather, salute. Um, and also we're going to talk about before already. So give me a minute to pull it up. But I do appreciate it. Once again, best way to donate to the channel is to share the video. So please, so if you got something to do Saturday, don't rush home. You're not missing much. You got Justin Caradonna taking on Archie Wee. FN Jobway taking on some guy, Ingo Killsdas. Andre Durrell is on there making his light heavyweight debut. Or let's say super middle. Thought it was like heavyweight debut versus Juan Cabrera. Hugo Centennial Jr. is taking on Juan Montiel. Uh, Jack Tippera is taking on Oscar Ascadon. Oscar Ascadon real tough. He gave Gary Russell a little run for his money a few years ago. So really, um, not much there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're rushing home, you're not missing nothing unless you want to see FN Jabway fight. His fight, oh my gosh. Come on. FN Jabway fight last time was very, very forgettable versus the Turkish guy. The Turkish guy that he was fighting was that's to see, but yeah, let's talk about Tony Harrison. Sorry if I go in and out. I don't know. I might have to update this program that I'm using, but yeah, a lot of people feel that Jermell Charlo gonna knock Tony Harrison out. A lot of people didn't give Tony Harrison no credit, but a lot of it got to do with favoritism. And then one thing in boxing that I think a lot of people fall into, and I used to fall into, especially when Floyd fought. You get Ricky Hatton talking good. You get Shane Mosley talking good. You get a lot of dudes that talk good shit and make you believe that they gonna beat Floyd or they gonna beat their opponent. And I think a lot of people feel that Jermell Charlo is so angry. He's so emotional. And a lot of people feel that he won the first fight because Lennox Lewis and Joe Goosen said so. But I went back and watched that fight like 3 times. I mean, 3 times in the last, like 2 times in the last a day or two, and 3 or 4 times in the last month or two, maybe 6 weeks. And Tony Harrison was landing some good shots, and they wasn't even acknowledging them. You know what I'm saying? They was just straight hating on them, and it was a Charlo correlation. Excuse me. They were basically supposed to be preordained as the new superstars in boxing, and Jermell Charlo lost the fight. He didn't do enough. He quick to talk about what the judges did and didn't do, what the ref did and didn't do, or why they took it from him. But the one thing he didn't do was he had an opportunity to take Tony Harrison out down the stretch, and he continued to follow him around the ring and not cut the ring off. That was the problem. You know what I'm saying? That was the problem. If he cut the ring off and he just didn't throw and telegraph and load up on each shot and throw one or two big shots, then we might be talking about a different story. But he said he improved in versus the Jorge Cotto fight. I didn't see no improvement from him. Seriously, I didn't see any improvement from him. And he got to continue. He got to do a lot of things better too. He got to make a lot of adjustments. And if he don't make no adjustments, then Tony Harrison, he got adjustments that he can make. Give me 1 second. Shut up. Shout out to Wood. He got some adjustments that Young Jeff salute. He got some adjustments that he can make, but at the end of the day, it's all about Charlo. Sometimes you gotta accept defeat. You gotta go to the drawing board and see what you done wrong. But this ain't nothing new. Anybody with that type of style, Tony Harrison fought in. And one thing I will give Charlo credit, I will kind of credit him for, is because Tony Harrison ain't never fought like that for real. If you watch Tony Harrison, the fights that he lost, he was looking to be offensive. He threw a lot of punches versus Jarrett Hurd. He threw a ton of punches versus Willie Nelson. So I think Tony Harrison threw him for a curveball coming out there looking to box and counter and fight behind his height and his speed. Tony Harrison was known as a knockout puncher coming out of Detroit in a lot of these fights. You know, obviously he fought a chinny guy in Willie Nelson, and you know Nelson was tougher than he expected. I remember Willie Nelson, he was training with Kelly Pavlik, old trainer, the white guy, and he had fought this Argentine guy on HBO, and the Argentine guy really beat Willie Nelson ass, and I think they ended up giving it to Willie Nelson. But he gave him that work, and I think he dropped to hurt Willie Nelson a few times, and Willie Nelson from that point on, he was 6'3" junior middleweight. He was seen to have be chinny, but just how they say, oh, Tony Harrison chinny, Willie Nelson was just too big for the weight was his problem. I'm pretty sure he was weight draining himself, but he would get hurt and buzz, but he always pretty much survived in the fights that I seen. But Tony Harrison was throwing every shot hard, just like Jermell Charlo was versus him. And Willie Nelson, weathered the storm and then late took him out. Same thing with Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd, he absorbed the blows. And a lot of time what Tony Harrison was doing was he was head hunting. Head can survive, but if you go to the body, it's hard for the body to survive and recuperate. And that's kind of the issue that he made. But when he came out there and fought Tony Harrison, him and his team made the proper adjustment where he came out and he paced himself. He paced himself. And also, he let Charlo do all the work. And see, for people saying, oh, Tony Harrison didn't do this, Charlo was scared to open up. You know what I'm saying? Charlo was scared to open up. That's what it was. See, Charlo threw 1 or 2 shots at a time. Charlo really didn't want to come through that front door. If you notice in that fight, both fighters respected each other punching power before the first bell rang, during the first bell ringing, and all the way to the end. Both of them dudes had their hands up. Hands up. Wasn't no dropping your hands and really shooting the jab from the hip. Salute to Ricky E. Salute. In the super chat. Wasn't nobody had their hands down. Every time somebody punched, like this, that was true marksmanship there. That was true marksmanship because when Charlo landed a good punch, a lot of times he was punching through the guard or he was finding the smallest little opening on Tony Harrison. When Tony Harrison landed on Charlo, he was finding the smallest little opening. Both of them respected each other punching power. Mark Pinkerton, salute. You know what I'm saying? Both of them dudes respected their punching power, man. Those are probably the two of the most heavy-handed 54-pounders out there. I don't think it's no other, maybe Erickson Lubin, but I don't think it's too many more hard-punching 54-pounders out there than those two because they respected each other, man. And every shot they landed, it was pinpoint accurate for the most part, or the shots, or they just found the smallest opening. So they both respected each other punching power. That's why you didn't see somebody taking real chances. Charlo didn't take no chance for a reason. He felt that shit. He felt that shit, and he felt the reputation of him coming in. He know what's up. So Charlo didn't take chances. He didn't really go out there and really try to take 3 or 4 or 5, 6 shots at him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really try to sell out. So they respected each other punching power, man. And that's why they was throwing 1 or 2 shots at a time. You get that with big punchers. Nobody really took the initiative to really try to go out there and sell out. Even when Charlo had him tired down the stretch, either he still was worried about getting caught or he didn't know how to cut the distance, close the distance off. He did a horrible job of cutting the ring off and closing the distance. Because when he closed the distance, he would throw 1 or 2 hard shots, and he can't do that. See, a guy like Jarrett Hurd is perfect for Jermell Charlo. We talk about him later in the stream. A guy like Jarrett Hurd is perfect for him, man, because Hurd ain't slipping no shots. So Charlo will be able to load up all the way till he can throw a sonic boom like Guile. He'll be able to bring it from fucking Nebraska and hit Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd ain't slipping no punch, but Tony Harrison, it ain't gonna work versus a guy like Tony Harrison. The Quan Gay salute. He said, I'm in Italy, but we still lion only right now, bro. Tony Harrison. But salute. Italy sound nice. So a lot of them dudes, cool man said, man, salute. A lot of them dudes, man, both of them dudes respected each other. And it's gonna be like for Charlo to win, he gotta be more patient. He gotta set up shots. You know what I'm saying? He gotta throw more than one and two shots at a time. And he gotta put his combinations together. But if he continue to load up, man, and Tony Harrison ain't worked on camp on catching him while he loading up, then I don't know what to say. I like to see Tony Harrison be kind of a little bit more of the older, the older Tony Harrison with some more aggression. You know, I like to see him hold his position. I like to see him try to take Charlo out, but I expect it to end in a knockout or it's gonna be gruesome. I don't remember what the punch stat said, but like I said, it was one or two shots at a time for both guys. Both guys shot one or two shots. Charlo jab wasn't as accurate. You know, he didn't utilize as much as Tony, but you know, a lot of them left punches out there. And Charlo left punches out there because his feet. Banco, salute. Bright Light, Ted, salute. Both of them dudes left punches out there, man. I think a lot of them dudes need to both of them dudes need to set their shots up a lot better though, man. They do. I can see you know, I like to see Charlo throw the right hand to the body a little bit more. I like to see him just touch him, you know. And Derrick James asked him that in the corner. Like, stop loading up on your shot. He don't listen, dude. Charlo is an aggressive fighter. You know what I'm saying? And ever since he left Ronnie Shields, he been aggressive. He been angry. He didn't used to fight like that. He was a guy who used to box, stay on his toes. And I think that Vargas Monterosian fight kind of scared him. You know what I'm saying? Because Vargas was roughing him up. And I believe Vargas stopped him from going to the Olympics as well. So Vargas had his number. And I think he stopped him and his brother from going to Olympics. I know it was one of them. I know it was Jermell for sure. Vargas beat him in the amateur, stopped him from going to Olympics. But don't forget, Vargas was a top amateur. He beat Timothy Bradley. He won tournaments. He remember he was signed by Top Rank. And, you know, he just never took off as a professional fighter. Good amateur fighter, but, you know, not so good professional fighter. But I felt that he did actually beat Jermell Charlo, you know, that night. It was close. But I think you can make a case for him beating him. But for Charlo, ever since then, he changed his style to be flat-footed, to be a one or two punch knockout artist. And I think, you know, when people continue to question who hit harder, him and his brother, it bothers him. It bothers him. It bothers him. You know what I'm saying? He got to get back to fighting, you know, calmly, fighting cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But he not cutting the ring off neither. Tony Harrison go any way he want to go. If Charlo come to Harrison left, Harrison slide out, he duck, slide out on the right side. And if you notice that fight, one thing that I did pick up on them, both of them motherfuckers was covering up and putting them earmuffs on. Samuel, salute. Both of them was putting them earmuffs on. Y'all peep game, both of them would bend over and they would put them earmuffs on. They had a ton of respect for each other. See, that disrespect outside the ring, that don't translate in the ring. Well, I want to see if Charlo gonna come out hot like he did the first. See, he came out hot the first time, but he too stiff. He loading up on one or two shots too much, and he not being patient. They respected each other in the ring. I'm telling you, I could watch that fight. They put the earmuffs on, bend down. Nobody trying to take no chances. Charlo wasn't trying to punch with Harrison. And Harrison, the shots that he did land, he caught Jermell Charlo just, I don't know what Jermell Charlo was, but he just caught him. Like he earned, like what the shots that Harrison landed, he earned them. And the shots that Charlo landed, he earned them. It wasn't a lot of opening. Them dudes had good defense that fight. For Charlo coming forward the whole night, he had some good defense. You know what I'm saying? And all the shit that he did coming forward, being aggressive on the front foot, Harrison has some good defense. But the problem is, if you don't convert good defense into good offense, a great offense, well, you're going to end up with a fight like that again. You know, if he come out aggressive and leave his defense in the dressing room or leave his defense at home, and he really come out there and try to throw 3, 4, 5 shots and load up on him, either he gonna catch that man or he going to sleep. And I feel like I feel like Charlo left a lot of shit out there. Not Charlo, but I feel like Tony Harrison left a lot of stuff out there. Kobe 2K fans, he left a lot of stuff. He left a lot of punches out there. You know, because he really if he really wasn't just looking for 1 or 2 big shots, he was looking to touch them and set up other big shots. He could have had some success. I think both of them could have went to the body a little bit more. But like I said, that's what happened when you get 2 bona fide punchers. You know what I'm saying? I feel that both of them got good punchers. I think Tony Harrison is the better puncher, the bigger puncher. But I think Charlo was developing a lot more punching power under Derrick James. But I think it's going to be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully don't nobody fall out the ring. Hopefully don't nobody hurt their shoulder. You know, hopefully we get a good, clean decision. I'd rather just end it knockout. But usually when you predict a knockout, usually don't happen. But to really know what's going on is that these dudes ain't win a lot of rounds this year. Charlo had a camp. He ended up fighting Jorge Cota. Harrison been off almost 365 days to this fight. 364 to be exact. December 22nd will be the anniversary from the first fight. They fight December 21st. Angel Santos said, bro, I don't see Charlo doing anything different. He'd probably be more calculated as far as power shots available, but he will get outpointed and probably stop Tony is focused. He got to be, I mean, if he come out more aggressive and Tony Harrison just truly ain't able to answer his aggression, then maybe he run Tony out the ring. But if Tony being ready to slip or catch and counter and deliver, and he see the openings, trust me, Charlo was leaving himself wide open. You know, I'm thinking if I'm either one of these fighters, man, I'm preaching set up the power shots with the touching shots. You know, bait them in, change the speed of your punches on. And both of them dudes was throwing leather. I think both of them was trying to establish respect. I think Charlo was trying to make I think Charlo, the first fight, he came out, he was trying to press to impress. And when he found out Tony Harrison could maneuver, I think Tony Harrison just doing for a loop, because if you watch Tony Harrison fights, you know, he coming forward, he trying to bang it out. You know, with Willie Nelson, with Jarrett Hurd, and eventually Jarrett Hurd was so big that he backed him up. That he did end up backing Harrison up, but he still was offensive. So you didn't really see the boxing from Tony Harrison in a lot of his previous losses. So it'll be interesting, man. He says Gambit, the boxing novice, if Charlo loses again, he needs to get rid of Derrick James. Tony got a strong jab. Yeah. I mean, Derrick James is not his style. It's not good for him. You go back to the old Jermell Charlo bouncing on his toes, slipping. You know what I'm saying? I did think he needed to be more aggressive. But look at it, Derrick James. See, a lot of people just end up watching boxing yesterday or when Errol Spence came on the scene. But look at when he fought. He got with Derrick James. Okay, the first fight he was with Derrick James. The first fight he was with Derrick James, it was like a little no name dude. It was like he fought Yokochima Lachine or whatever. This dude from Canada. All right, this dude, the last time he fought was Jermell Charlo in 2015. He ended up knocking that dude out. Then he fought John Jackson for the vacant WBC title. Now, John Jackson was whooping his ass. You know what I'm saying? John Jackson was legitimately beating his ass. You know what I'm saying? And since then, John Jackson fought a dude making his pro debut and then lost to Eric Walker. But John Jackson was beating his ass before that. And he got caught. But that's the problem with John Jackson. He was beating on Andy Lee. And Andy Lee came down to 54. And Andy Lee landed that one big shot on John Jackson and got him out of there. You know, then he just went on a knockout streak. He knocked out the Canadian. He knocked out John Jackson. He knocked out Charles Hadley, who wasn't a good amateur, but ain't done nothing. He knocked out Eric Salubin. And then he had a majority decision versus Austin Trout, which, you know, at the same time, a lot, you know, without the question, some of the knockdowns, it would have been a closer fight. But he struggled with Austin Trout a little bit. And that was an older Austin Charlo that had been through the wars, but so did his brother. So, he scored 4 straight knockouts, before getting to Trout and getting the majority decision, which a lot of people could have made the case could have went to Austin Trout. So that style, a guy that's gonna be slick, rangy, and he that's always gonna give, Tony Harrison problems. But Jermell Charlo problem. For Tony Harrison, he gonna have to go back and be a little bit more offensive. Because I think we all agreed that they gonna try to get Jermell Charlo this fight. Now Jermell Charlo said he had some things going on. He was fighting a case that he got at the Austin Trout fight, where I'm not gonna speak on the case, but you can look it up for yourself. It's multiple cases or multiple accusations of him doing these things. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Tony Harrison got 28 fights and 21 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? I felt that he probably should have knocked out Ishe Smith, but he didn't. So he stepped up in competition, but he got to get better with he got to get better with being more aggressive for Charlo. But it's definitely gonna be a good fight. I just watched the fight and Harrison won easy, but the announcers are her. It's hard to get past the announcer. One of the best jabs last year, I think he meant. But we all know he not gonna get rid of Derrick James. Where he gonna go then? Because he ain't gonna want to go back to Ronnie. But at the end of the day, all he need to do is listen. Derrick James told him what he need to do. Stop loading up on shots. Let your shots flow and put your shots together. And he didn't do that. He's saying, oh, you got a styrofoam chin. But at the end of the day, you didn't really go in there and test the chin like you should have. You didn't commit to the body. You didn't commit to the head. You was just as like cautious as he was. Only difference was you was on the front foot. And you were swinging and missing way too many big shots. Way too many big shots. Just and Harrison getting out the way. He kept doing the same thing over and over. 1 or 2 big shots. Instead of putting, 1, 2, and then 3, 4 hard shots there. He just put 1 or 2 big shots together. Not trying to cut the ring off. He was trying to fight. He was legitimately trying to sit there and fight. He didn't try to get on the back foot and make Tony Harrison come to him. Or he didn't try to really make it a tactical fight and meet him in the ring. He was trying to be on the front foot. He was trying to masquerade as a pressure fighter. He was trying to masquerade as a pressure fighter. But the difference is, your great pressure fighters, your Lamadas, your Chavez Juniors, Mark Goodwin and Marcos Madonna and guys of that nature, man, that's going to be aggressive and that know what they need to do. The one thing they do is come behind a good jab. They come behind some good weave a little bit, good bob and weave. And they not just throwing 1 or 2 shots to get themselves out of position. And a lot of times when he threw 1 or big shots, if Tony Harrison really could have, slipped and kind of turned and then landed some shots, they was there. When Charlo was bending down in the bucket on his knees, Harrison should have been taking advantage of that. Because how you gonna punch bending down, covering up with both of his hands on glued to his head? So, Harrison gonna have to be a lot more aggressive. I feel they're gonna try to take it away from him. So, for him, you've been knocked out before. Obviously you want to set your pace and get in your groove and get established. But you got to be more offensive. You got to let the right hand go more. And also, with you working the jab and him being so aware of the jab, let the straight right hand go. You know what I'm saying? Right hand to the body, straight right hand. You don't need everything don't have to be off the jab. Left hook, right hand. Charlo was trying to left hook, right hand a ton, man. So, it's a stamina thing, but Charlo didn't test his stamina. That's the problem. Charlo didn't test that stamina. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't stay on his ass. So he gave Tony Harrison way too much time to sit back and think. The great pressure fighters don't give you a chance to sit back and think. They make their opponents act on instinct. Say it again. The great pressure fighters, Q-Tip salute, Lee Autopsy salute, Francisco salute. The great pressure fighters don't let you think. That's why Maidana gave Floyd so much problems. You know what I'm saying? Chavez gave it to Mildred Taylor for the most part down the stretch. They don't let you think. They do not let you think. And Charlo not a pressure fighter. Because if he was, he wouldn't just be trying to land one or two shots. Pressure fighters land a couple body shots and then you drop your hands. Then they split the guard with an uppercut. Chavez was so sweet with it. Hip shot to debilitate your movement. They keep you cornered. They keep you on the ropes. They know how to work their way on the inside. They know how to feint their way on the inside. They always come behind their jab. Or they'll come behind their jab. They know how to slip, come with a hook to the body, come with a double hook to the head. Just look at Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? That's what a pressure fighter do. A pressure fighter ain't coming in to land one or two big shots. Because once you fall in with one big left hook right hand, a real experienced fighter, guy that's be able to catch it and return fire. A good guy named to slip and then turn you and then put you in a position of weakness and put it on you. And that's what Harrison got to be more offensive minded this fight. Because it's only one or two shots coming at you at a time. So if you're able to catch the left hook, he coming with the big left hook right hand, catch the left hook, hey, shoot a quick right hand. He falling in. Kovalev caught Andre Ward with it. Ward, thought Kovalev was finished, and Kovalev hit him with a nice little straight right hand. Pow! That Ward walked right into it. Charlo walking right into that shot. He come in with a left hook. All you gotta do is anticipate it, step to your right. You know what I'm saying? Or you can sit down and just roll it and come back with your right hand. He gonna try. Your right hand gonna get there before that long loaded up left or straight right hand. So it's some things he can do. For Charlo, if he gonna be a pressure fighter, he gotta be more patient. He gotta put better shots together. He can't just load up on one or two big shots. But hey, if he come out angry and come out for broke, he came out angry the first fight trying to look for a quick knockout. But when he figured Tony Harrison's feet was so good that he chilled out. He was like, okay, I can't approach him like that. So it's gonna be a battle of I really can't tell you. Depends on a battle of adjustments. If Charlo believe he won and believe that New York was the reason why he lost, then he gonna come out the same way. Stiff jab. He telegraphed the jab. He telegraphed the left hook. But like I said in my prediction video, he's so fast. He can get away with it. Keith Thurman got away with it. But once you get in there with somebody that's seasoned, like Pacquiao or Floyd, Keith Thurman can never be Floyd. Keith Thurman can never be Floyd. Not when Floyd was, active. He couldn't be Floyd because he loaded up too much and Floyd would just touch him. Every time he looked to load up with a big left hook or overhand right or right hook or right hand, Floyd just gonna time him. Exactly what Pacquiao did. Deshaun Johnson, salute. You can't just sit there and just load up like that. But if Charlo is fortunate enough to get past Harrison in whatever way, he won't beat J-Rock like that. J-Rock too educated. He won't be educated like that. He said you act like Harrison wasn't holding on for dear life. Harrison was hurt more. Charlo was hurt just as much as Harrison was. What are you talking about? If he hurt him so bad, why didn't he knock him out? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Charlo was hurt way worse than Harrison. Way worse than Harrison. If you're talking about down the stretch, Harrison was tired. Charlo just couldn't take advantage of it. Harrison got tired down the stretch. Charlo just didn't cut the ring off. He kept doing the same stupid stuff, one or two big shots at a time. Instead of setting the shots up. Derrick James, look at the fight. Stop loading up on every shot and what he went out there and do. He fights stupid. Instead of putting 2 or 3 shots together. And Tony just touching him with the jab, double jab, touching him. All he got to do is keep throwing that left hook, unveil that check left hook, and keep putting that right hand on him. That's all he got to do is keep touching him. Keep touching him. If Charlo believe it, every round Charlo probably believe I'm hurting him. He gonna get out of here. He couldn't get him out of here because he didn't do it the right way. He didn't do it the right way. Anytime you let a dude walk left or right and don't cut the ring off, come on. He just didn't have a good game plan. He expected Tony Harrison to come towards him, and it didn't happen. When Jermell was sparring, what you talking about? Jerry James said it again on Fox Fox PBC campus side when he keep loading up on 1 or 2 shots. You can't do that. You got to put certain fighters. You got to put 2 or 3 4 shots together. Just touch them, set them up. You're looking for them 1 or 2 big shots. You know it's gonna be a long night. That's why Kell Brook had so much success versus Sean Porter. Sean Porter looking for the big 1-2 overhand left hook, left hand, overhand left, overhand right. He's swimming. What Kell Brook doing? Shooting straight shots, straight jab, hard 1-2, quick one right hand, quick 2, bam. Sean Porter walked right into them shots all night because he touching them. It was quick. He wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't trying to knock Sean Porter out. He was just scoring. It was amateur. He was just scoring. But he's scoring with good shots. So Sean Porter coming, Kell Brook sitting right there. Boop, boop. So before Sean Porter punches come in, Kell Brook already done got his shots in and he disrupted him. He sat there right there. And that's kind of what Tony Harrison got to do. Kell Brook was able to hold his position and touch him. He said Charlo wasn't holding. He keep coming. That's the problem. He don't know how to cut the ring off. That's the problem. He don't know how to cut the ring off. He keep coming for what? Air. He keep coming with 1 or 2 big shots. Not gonna get it, bro. So y'all don't understand boxing. You can't just come barging in with 1 or 2 big shots and then you let your opponent slide out the side door. 1 through 12 rounds, he was doing the same shit. Look for 1 or 2 big shots. Like he supposed to sit there and let him hit him. It's called boxing. Step to the side, guess what? Hey, if 1 or 2 shots ain't happening, hey man, how about we set up, come on, touch him with the jab, double jab, drop the right hand to the body. You know what I'm saying? Oh, cut the ring off, step over, land a couple shots. No, he not a smart fighter at all with Derrick James. Derrick James don't teach his fighters how to really box. He's not a pure boxing guy. Derrick James is good if you want to be an aggressive fighter. Derrick James not teaching how to counter, how to slip, how to step to the side. You know, it's just seek and destroy. It's Texas Mexican style. It's Tex-Mex. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, Tex-Mex. He not educating them dudes, man, at how to step over and how to slide and how to catch and shoot and stuff of that nature, man. He not showing them dudes, master boxing. And that's the God honest truth. If Errol Spence knew how to box, that Sean Porter fight shouldn't even been that close and that competitive. With his height, with his reach, you know what I'm saying? And once Tony Harrison figure out that once you throw 3 or 4 or 5 shots at Charlo or even Errol Spence, they go into a shell. Now Errol Spence, every once in a while, he will punch with you or he will try to counter punch. And every once in a while, Charlo will try to throw a left hook. But when they kind of throw counter shots while you throwing, it's kind of a get off me type of punch. It's kind of a defense mechanism type of punch. It's not a calculated shot. You know what I'm saying? And that's the God honest truth. They not learning how to slide. They not learning how to counter. They not learning how to slip. They not learning those things. They learning how to come straight forward and be seek and destroy. And I'm telling you, them dudes like Tony Harrison, if he really can put that style together and be slick, but a dude like Crawford, dudes like Andrade, they gonna beat that style 99.9% of the time unless they get knocked out. They gonna beat that style. Dr. Blick salute. They gonna beat that style every time. You can't go in there and just looking to knock everybody out and come in a straight line. You know, you got to be on your toes some days. You know, you got to be able to slip, counter, and those guys can't do that. Or they haven't shown it at this point. But all they do is come behind a high guard and they look to bang it out with you. And this is why they only fight certain type of fighters. This is why they had no problem putting Errol Spence in with Kell Brook. This is why the Charlo's fighting guys that they fighting guys that don't hit, that don't worry about hitting, not getting hit. That's why Tony Harrison got the call. They figured Tony Harrison was gonna come forward and he was gonna be aggressive and Charlo was gonna be able to knock him out. But when he sat there and he started boxing and he started using range, he started using angles, Charlo's can't handle that. And remember, this is a guy that y'all was saying was a bum. Oh, it's a terrible fight. It's a focus film salute. Is he garbage? Oh, he got knocked out twice. He ain't got no. And I kept telling y'all, like, you know, cuz got a chance. Dude can fight. He learned his lessons. He graduated. You know what I'm saying? But all y'all kept saying was he a bum and all this and that. And dude went out there and outboxed him. I'm telling you, man. Canelo Alvarez, Demetrius Andrade, they gonna beat Charlo and Errol Spence every day of the week and twice on Sunday. As long as they don't get knocked out. There's no difference there. All them dudes is 1 or 2 punches at a time. Maybe 3. They technical. They not technical. They technical to a fault. They prototypical, like just textbook fighters. It's nothing special about them. Nigga might be a southpaw. He might be in some good shape. But when I look at him, I don't see nothing special. I don't see no Ray Robinson or Sugar Ray Leonard. I don't see these great fighters. The more I see them, look, I see dudes with flaws. I see dudes that's being match made to fight the right fighters. Same thing for Charlo. He may beat Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison ain't the greatest, defensive slick fighter in the world. But I do tell you, if you put him in there with J-Rock, I like J-Rock chances. You put him there with Lara. I mean, I like Lara as well too. He used a lot of angles and stuff. You put him in there with Canelo. You put him in there with Andrade. They're going to beat that style every day of the week, 2 times on Sunday or Saturday. This is a guy that Jermell Charlo wasn't even supposed to be close with. He's supposed to go out here and stop this guy. And people ignored that he struggled with Austin Trout. He said Spence is a better fighter than Charlo at this point because he perfected that style before Charlo got there. This is why Rob Brandt left Derrick James, probably. He perfected that style before he got there. Come on, Charlo been with Derrick James way longer. And Charlo fight just like an Errol Spence Jr. He said you gotta get Tony Harrison constant pressure like Jarrett Hurd did. But Hurd was losing every round. Damn near. Tony Harrison's mistake was he didn't go to the body. You can't, and J-Rock exposed Jarrett Hurd in that style. You can't let Jarrett Hurd put you on the back foot. You have to physically push Jarrett Hurd back. You know what I'm saying? If you were able to push Jarrett Hurd back and bully him before he get to rolling, you can beat him. Tony Harrison should have put more water in the basement. But he headhunted, and Charlo and Hurd survived. But Charlo ain't that type of fighter. Charlo ain't that type of fighter, bro. Otherwise, he would have dispatched. He would have ended up knocking out Austin Trout. He not that type of fighter. He a guy that try to be a pressure fighter, but it's not his style. It's not his style. And is he willing to take the punishment that Jarrett Hurd took? Based off the first fight, for one, he can't cut the ring off. He did a terrible job at closing the distance. And 2, is he willing to take that punishment? Is the question. Is he willing to take that punishment? He said Earl way more patient than Charlo, and Earl don't waste no punches. Every shot is meant for. That's the problem. He a 1 or 2, maybe 3 punch at a time fighter. That's the problem. He cut the ring off better than him, but that style, a motherfucker that can box and be slick, they can beat that style every time, as long as they don't get caught. Every time somebody that how many slick fighters have Errol Spence fought? That boxing that's rangy, not too many. Not too many. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. They match make these dudes for a reason. They make sure you don't fight a certain type of style. A guy like Andrade that's rangy, that can box and use it if he can beat that style. Charlo looking for one. I mean, even Errol Spence looking for one or two big. You see what happened when Sean Porter pressed him. What'd he do? He put the earmuffs on. It ain't no, oh, here comes Sean Porter. Let me step to the side and bam, 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 step to the side, slip, counter. No, I put the earmuffs on. Wait till Sean Porter get close enough, hold him, reset, put Sean Porter on the back foot. You know, he'd be able to outbox him Mikey Garcia because our Garcia didn't have the length. And he wasn't slick enough up top. They don't have a problem matchmaking dudes that gonna come forward or really can't box. But you get in there with dudes that can box. You get in there with dudes that can box, you know, rangy, hit, not get hit. Man, I'm telling you, you're gonna beat Errol Spence every day of the week. You're gonna beat the Charlos every day of the week. The Andrades, the Canelos, the Crawfords, guys of that nature, they can't fuck with them dudes. They can't mess with them. In the sparring session, yeah, Errol Spence beat up Floyd. So did Paul Sabador. So did Omar Henry give him some good work. You know what I'm saying? But those type of dudes that come forward and throw one or two shots at a time, them dudes not gonna they gonna keep them away from guys that can stick and move. See, Harrison wasn't known for a sticking and mover. He was known as a banger. That'd be a good fight. Come on, the dude ain't special, man. I've been saying that about Errol Spence, man. I'm hype about. He ain't special. He's just a motherfucker that got a fan base. You know what I'm saying? And that's the God honest truth. And that's why they're keeping them dudes away from certain guys. And I was just listening to an interview on Fight Hub with Abel Sanchez. He was asked why Triple G didn't move up. And these dudes do a good job of matchmaking. They do a great job of matchmaking. They know who to keep away from who and what style to keep away from that style. That's why. That's why I always remember Carcino said about the Charlos. He said they keep them away. They know that they gonna lose to guys that can stick and move and that can be slick. The truth. It's the truth. Somebody always got your number. But people gonna believe what they want. Them dudes not gonna be that good. And it don't surprise me. And I'm gonna move to Mikey after this. It don't surprise me that they don't put the nigga in there with Crawford. It don't surprise me that they don't put Jermell in there with Charlo with Demetrius Andrade. I know why. He's gonna lose. Had they put Jermell in there with Demetrius Andrade, he would have lost every day. You know, it don't surprise me that they not pressed to put Charlo in there with Lara. It don't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, dude. Cause these dudes can't beat boxers. Now, it ain't too many boxers walking around here is the good thing about it. It ain't too many people that's fighting like Crawford, that's like Andrade, you know, a good counterpuncher like Canelo. It ain't too many good complete fighters out here. You got a good guy when Kovalev was in his prime, and you got a you had a good guy in Terrence Crawford. He one of the best all around fighters out there. You know, Errol Spence would have probably beat Keith Thurman, but he would have had some problems. You know, you never know. Keith Thurman could have knocked Errol Spence out. You know, angles, hand speed, but eventually I felt that if Errol was able to get to the body, he had a chance. But you look up and down the spectrum in boxing, it ain't too many guys that remind you of Sugar Ray or Floyd or Sugar Ray Leonard or it ain't too many of them guys that's rangy like that. Ain't too many Paul Williams walking around here like that. How many good boxers you got that can hit, not get hit, and that can do it all? Well, let's just talk about the guys that's slick and that can hit, not get hit. You go down the spectrum, really, the heavyweight division. You looking at maybe Tyson Fury for right now. You go down to light heavyweight. Who you looking at? Ain't too many. You go down to super middleweight. I mean, you looking at Caleb Plant, maybe Billy Joe Saunders on a good Saturday. You go down to the middleweight division, you look at Canelo, looking at Demetrius Andrade. You know, you go down to 54. You're looking at maybe J-Rock, pretty much good basic fighter. Tony Harrison. Think most people think he probably, a middle of the road type of guy. Go to welterweight, you're looking at Terrence and Keith Thurman at his best. Pacquiao still he still do it a little bit. But he ain't always been a slick fighter. He been more offense to be his best defense. But go down to 54. I mean, Taylor pretty good, but I wouldn't put him in that class. Go down to 35. Who? Maybe Devin Haney, but he ain't on that level yet. You go down to 30. Nobody really at 30. Tevin Farmer, but he doing it on the lower level. Go down to 26. Shakur Stevenson, but he ain't done it at the elite level. Gary Russell, more offense than defense. You go down to 122. You're looking at Rigondeaux, maybe. Navarrete, another guy that can do it, but we got to see if he's more than a one-hit wonder. So you go up and down the spectrum. It's not too many guys, so it's easy to keep certain guys away from the slick boxer puncher type of style. So it ain't too many of that style away. So you can make a guy world champion when you got 4 belts. Imagine, before I get to Mikey Garcia, imagine if they had 1 belt per class. How tough this boxing should be. A lot of these dudes will have no other choice but to fight the best available contender. But we'll see, man. He said I hate on the Charlo so much. I don't hate on the Charlo, so I don't even know what you're talking about. I want to watch the fighter who wants to box and win. I believe them dudes will fight anyone. I mean, they can say they want to fight anybody, win or lose. But what did Jermell Charlo say? I'll fight who they tell me to fight. So fuck the fans. I fight who they tell me to fight. That's what he said. See, these dudes get into the camera and they say, "Oh, I fight this guy, I fight anybody." But guess what? When the phone get the ringing, trap phone ring, they went from having I got 2 phones to no phones. Oh, my service been disconnected. I switched from Verizon to Sprint. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my phone was off on a Tuesday. My account didn't. Man, these dudes, they say that in front of the camera. Oh, I fight anybody, anytime, any place. But when the phone calls start coming and the contracts start trying to get negotiated, these dudes don't want to fight everybody. I'm telling you that for a fact. You believe in these dudes in the interview, bro? I wish they had cameras behind the scenes. These dudes not taking any and all comers, bro. I'm telling you that, bro. If they want to, Adrian Broner did it. He fought Marcos Madonna against Al Heyman Word. And Al Heyman still made it happen. Charlo don't want to fight Andrade. Errol Spence don't want to fight Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Jermell probably will fight anybody because he crazy. The favorite line, call Al, call Al, call Al, call Al, call Al, call Al, call Al. You know why they say to call Al? Because Al gonna say, no mas, no good. Oh, no. They don't want to fight anybody, bro. I'm telling you all the truth. Sound like they do have the power, bro. If they go out here and say, Al, man, I want to fight this motherfucker. Make it happen. Make it happen. Al Heyman gonna make it happen. I seen it before. Come on, man. They can make these fights happen, dude. They don't want to fight them. They gonna hide behind the promoter and the manager. Because they know it's gonna be tough. Same reason why Canelo and Triple G wasn't trying to fight Derbynchenko, bro. They knew that was gonna be a long night. That was gonna be a long haul. They knew that was gonna be a long fight. So these dudes don't want to really fight the best. They want to fight once or twice a year, get a good payday, and put longevity on their career. I'm not mad at them. But what pisses me off is you out here in front of the camera, in front of Radio Raheem, and to this day, you in front of Helen Yee, or you in front of Town, or you in front of Ness, and y'all saying, "Oh, we can make the fight happen. Tell them to call Al. Tell them to do this." And then behind the scenes, your tail between your legs, man. That's why I can't stand nobody that ain't no authentic, bro. Just keep it real with me, bro. Just like, I just want to fight Canelo. That's it. He said, I think you need to be blaming Al for not Al pick. No, they can pick. Like I said, niggas don't listen. I'm tired of explaining. I just said this. If Adrian Broner can tell Al, I want to bypass 40, fight Malignaggi, and then fight Madonna, and they said, we don't want you to fight Madonna. I want to fight Madonna. And they made it happen. The fights will happen. They sit there and say, Al, man, I'm tired of waiting. Make the fucking fight happen. Al gonna do his best to make the fight happen. He gonna do his best. All this, we don't do business across the street. Well, Al Heyman sent Dominic Wade over to HBO to fight Triple G. He sent Felix Diaz over to HBO, Top Rank, to fight Crawford. He sent John Molina to fight Crawford on HBO, Top Rank. Come on, man. He sent Andy Ruiz over to the zone. He sent Derevchenko over to the zone. He gave Danny Jacobs his blessing to go over to the zone. He gave Jesse Vargas his blessing to go over to the zone. So I ain't trying to hear that, bro. If you want something to happen, if Jesse Vargas can walk over there and go to the zone, why can't Charlo? Huh? Huh? Why can't he? If well, Danny Weiss can go over there and make a deal. He DM'd Eddie Hearn. Hey, I want to make the fight happen. Why can't he? Because these dudes don't want to fight nobody, bro. They get in front of the camera saying they want to. No, they don't. Tell you that right now. These dudes don't want to fight any and everybody, bro. They gonna get exposed, bro. These dudes protecting their O's and they won losses. These dudes don't want to fight everybody. I'm telling you this for a fact. It's only 2 real dudes over there at PBC that I know of. A few real dudes I know of. That's Deontay Wilder, Julian Williams, J-Rock, and Gary Russell. It's the only ones. That's the only ones over there that's real. And Adrian Broner, if he's still an active fighter, I hear he coming back. He said it out his mouth. Yo, Jeff, these dudes ain't real, bro. I hear all behind the scenes, dude. Like they trying to make Lubin and motherfucking Lara next. All of it's prejudice, bro. Come on, y'all act like Nelson Mandela on Showtime and Fox. Fox got a nice little reputation, for not liking the brothers. I ain't trying to hear that. Talking about he prejudiced and man, come on, man. It's a white man's world, bro. It's only a few real people on PBC, dog. Very few. Everybody else is coddled. They cradle getting robbed. They got a bottle in their mouth. They sit here and talk tough and I'll fight anybody. No, they won't. No, they won't. No, they won't. Let's talk about Mikey Garcia, man. Let's move on. Mikey Garcia, he got a $7 million deal to fight Jessie Vargas. Probably be in LA February 29th, week after Wilder Fury 2. He gonna fight Jessie Vargas. They talking about a catch weight or something. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. But I'll get to the stuff that you may not know. But yeah, they gonna fight somewhere in LA, possibly. Him and Jessie Vargas on his own. Mikey getting $7 million to fight. After coming off that horrendous performance versus Errol Spence, almost a year to the day, February 29th, he fought like March something, 15th or something last year. So he gets $7 million. That's more than his pay-per-view guarantee did. If you add if they really did 300,000 pay-per-view, like Coppinger's saying, you really don't know how the splits really come down. How much of the money do the fighters get of the pay-per-view money, and then how much of the money do the actual the networks and the cable networks get? So they got about 22 million if they threw 300,000 at a $75 clip. So let's say they got half of that. So they both split around 5.5. So they both came up about $8 or $10 million, depending on how it was split. And you add if they got some concession money. Let's say they brought home 12 apiece. So he getting more than half of that in guarantee money with the zone. So he gonna be going over to the zone, and I heard he may end up staying. It's the rumor he may end up staying on the zone. Yeah, also try the real one for sure. I had to put him in there. He fight on the Impact Network. That's a religious network. Next, the Impact Network is owned by Wayne T. Jackson, if y'all know the actor Brandon T. Jackson, that's his daddy, the one that had Donald Trump. He had Donald Trump in his church and shit. That's him. He from Detroit. Sad to say, but yeah, he had Trump in his church and all that. But yeah, Brandon T. Jackson, the one that was in Big Mama House 2, the one that was in Percy Jackson and Little Lightning Bolt. That was straight little movie series, and he was in a couple other movies as well too, man. Uh, so they giving him $7 million to fight Jesse Vargas. I heard that he supposed to be going down to 140 after that if he chooses not to come back to PBC. They said he got a one fight deal with Jesse Vargas with an option. So Eddie Hearn, that option can match any offer for Mikey Garcia. So it's believed that Mikey might stay over there. I heard that he want to fight Josh Taylor. So Mikey could go down to 140 and challenge Josh Taylor. The reason why that could happen is because Josh Taylor got a mandatory. Jose Ramirez got a mandatory, right? Then uh Ramirez got another mandatory. So he fighting in February. He probably knock out his mandatory Jack Contrell. With Jack Contrell, he fought O'Harry Davis last year. So he knocked out his mandatory. So then Taylor have opportunity to fight somebody else. So I heard that Mikey is trying to eye fighting Josh Taylor. Um, so he want to go back down to 140. So not sure how much they gonna chop that up. I'm pretty sure I thought Bob was trying to sign Josh Taylor. I know that they had a deal in place. I thought for Barry McGuinness to co-promote Josh Taylor with Eddie Hearn on his own. So we'll see what Josh Taylor choose. But obviously it's either Mikey Garcia or undisputed clash with Jose Ramirez, or it could be both, and maybe a fight with Terrence Crawford. So Mikey intending to go down to 140 after this, if no Pacquiao fight. So that's pretty much how Mikey moving right now, man. So he's still in the running for the Pacquiao fight. But if he wanted to stay on the PBC side, he could have fought Danny Garcia, but he got a larger guarantee for a less riskier type of fight by Danny Garcia. Um, so it'll be interesting to see how they land it down and stuff of that nature, man. But give me 1 second. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at. So you're looking at that situation with Mikey Garcia, man. So hold on, I'm gonna keep going. Um, so I heard he want either Regis or Josh Taylor, or he said Mikey want Josh. So I'm guessing Mikey Garcia might not be going back to PPC. So Danny Garcia might get the Pacquiao fight next. So they're looking at Pacquiao. So I'm gonna tell you, read all this, man, so y'all can hear it and consume it real quick. So it's a lot of shit right here. Now I'll talk a little bit about Garcia and Pacquiao. Then I'll open up questions and answers. Um, okay. Says Mikey versus Jessie is next. Pacquiao has to fight by a fight deal with PBC, and will be fighting two times this year. So it's not likely he only has one fight left for PBC. Pacquiao will only fight Mikey if it's at PBC, unless his own offers both though, whatever, both more money. Excuse me. Pacquiao could be fighting Garcia next if he doesn't get Floyd next. That's why Danny's just having a tune-up. But if Mikey comes back to PBC, he can also get it. So still up to Floyd. I heard the fight could be in LA against Jesse Vargas. Mikey versus Vargas is a done deal. February 29th, maybe in LA. Also, Tank in Santa Cruz is next. The fight will take place in April or March. Joshua will fight Puez. Shakir is moving to 30 after facing Warrington. Navarrete is moving up to 26 too if he can't get a unification. Usyk could be fighting Parker for the WBO title next. Canelo is fighting Billy Joe Saunders. Fight will be announced on the second week of January. Canelo is set to fight Billy Joe Saunders in Cinco de Mayo in Las Vegas. Inoue Casamayor. Then he is expected to go to 122 if he can unify the whole division to become undisputed. Floyd is expected to take the May and September date from Canelo. He is expected to fight a UFC fighter in Pacquiao in September. I think that's why Mikey went to the zone, because there talks about Pacquiao and Garcia and then Floyd in September. Pacquiao is not going to risk it against Sean Porter. It also looks like Floyd will come back against Conor McGregor. Pacquiao was waiting for Floyd to make his mind up, and Mikey was not going to be waiting. Dana White is looking to partner up with Floyd and Al since he is going to come back to boxing. Imagine PBC and UFC working together. There's been talks about that. By the summer, we will know what the plans are. Mikey's still an option for Pacquiao, but he needs to come back. But Danny Garcia, I see closer. Nuyuwa is fighting IBF mandatory next. And then Casemiro on a unification fight. Estrada to come back against Cuadras or Chocolito for his next for his Chocolito for his next tune-up fight once he is in good form from an injury, and then he will fight Kel Yafi. Somebody at PBC, I just put it that way, is pushing for Lara and Lubin. Since Castano is out of the picture right now, they went the WBO route to bring the BO belt back to PBC. I hope Lubin could get the fight and could beat Lara. Austin Trout coming back, we just talked about that. There's still no word. Well, we know that now. I heard Leo Santa Cruz will be in the ring to call out Tank since they're fighting next on pay-per-view. But, okay, I ain't going to read that. No need. Tank and Leo could have his own pay-per-view or be on the Mayweather pay-per-view co-main event. So it may not push his own pay-per-view. It might be on a Mayweather undercard. So that's pretty much it. Pacquiao not done. He won't fight Shiners, Bud. Mikey is having a press conference Wednesday. So hear all this Wednesday. He's fighting at 47, then he's going down to 40. I read all that. So it's a lot to take in right there, man. So y'all got a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't know right then and there. Fresh off the presses, man. So like I told y'all, man, Floyd coming back. Dana White in the fold. So that's what's going on. So you know, that's it. That's what's hot in these streets. So that's what they planning over there. No Errol Spence in the plans. I would be surprised if he came back this year. I'm thinking more 2021, if at all. So that's it, man. So Mayweather coming back. Him and Canelo might kind of program each other. But you heard him, Mayweather and Conor McGregor too could be coming. So Garcia tuning up, hoping to get Pacquiao. So that's the real spiel, man. So that's it. So about Garcia and Pacquiao, Pacquiao only taking that fight because it's low risk. Garcia too slow. Pacquiao shall box him. It wouldn't surprise me he stopped Danny Garcia, but should be a good fight, man. Should be a good fight, but that's pretty much what's going on. So I got any questions, I'll answer some questions real quick. If not, slide out. But yeah, that's what's going on. Oh yeah, Jarrett Hurd coming back on a Garcia and he come back on the Garcia and Ivan Reddick card. That just seemed like a shitty ass card. He coming back versus I don't know dude's name. Give me a minute. He will return against Francisco Santana on the Garcia undercard January 25th. He's staying at 154 pounds. So Jarrett Hurd remain at 154 pounds. And he's fighting Francisco Santana. So I don't know too much about Francisco Santana. How Bud looked to you. I did a video yesterday, man. I'm going to leave that there. He looked good. I'm going to leave that there and talk about yesterday's stuff. Shout out to Quan. Tell Lil Quan I said what up. Hold on. I don't know who the fuck Francisco Santana is. Hold on. I'm going to try to see who the fuck he is. If I look at him, I've probably seen him before. So I'm probably going to see it. We should see it improve. Jarrett Hurd. He looked like a cab driver. 25, 12 knockouts, 7 losses, been stopped once. He coming off a loss to Abel Ramos. All right, he also lost to Felix Diaz too in 2018. Felix Diaz is like a junior welterweight. That's crazy. Hold on. They're saying he beat Felix Diaz. So hold on. Yeah, he beat Felix Diaz by majority decision. He lost to Jose Benavidez. He lost to Saddam Ali. He lost to Jermell Charlo in 2011, unanimous decision. He lost to Kareem Mayfield in 2008, split decision. So he fought some names. He had one draw too. His draw was versus he had a draw versus Julian Williams. So he had a draw versus J Rock. So he fought some names. Yep, he fought some names. So J Rock was 6-0 at the time though. So he said Santana's a bum. Salute Elijah. Who said Bud can't fight on the inside? And nothing said about boxing. Nothing about boxing. Did you hear say Crawford didn't have any stomach muscles and said, man, come on, man. Like I said, that dude hanging his own self, man. That dude hanging his own self, man. I wouldn't even associate with him, man. He's an idiot. I don't know how people still listen to that guy, bro. But yeah, I ain't got no more questions. I'm gonna fall off. I think I did enough talking today, but y'all got some questions. I'll hang around. Do you think Crawford should drop the WBO belt and try to smoke out other PBC welterweights if the belts was fair? But the belts ain't fair. That nigga dropped that belt, PBC be fighting for it. Watch what I tell you. Do you feel like Buzz slowing down? No. Why would I feel like Buzz slowing down? No. Who should Victor Ortiz fight next? I seen him kind of knock out Brad Solomon. I didn't know Brad Solomon was, but I don't know. He missed weight first. I heard he ain't got nothing to offer. So no Keith Thurmans, no Errol Spence's or Terrence Crawford's won't look his way for what? What is he offering to the table? He has nothing to offer. Do you think Spence will get stripped? I don't know. I know they was in talks with WBC, but only time will tell. It don't matter, you know. It really don't. This division ain't never gonna get unified. Too much politics. Too much politics. Too much politics. What's going on, Ronaldo? Loma, TFMO Fight of the Year in 2020. I don't know about Fight of the Year, but it's gonna be a good fight because you're gonna have Wilder Fury, Pacquiao McGregor. I mean Floyd McGregor. Oh damn, who else you gonna have fighting next? Leo and Santa Cruz. You might get Jamel and J Rock or Tony Harrison and J Rock. So I don't know. Should be a good fight. I think a lot of people pulling for Tiafimo, man. I know I am, but could be. Spence should be champion recess while he's out. I don't know. Did you ever find out what was in Spence tank during the DWI? No. People said it was that purple drink. Some people said it was something else. You know, Tiafimo shocked the fuck out of me. Yeah, he did. He hit the same punch Robbie Jr. hit Richard Comey with. Seemed like he had more power on his. Said, let's go, Tony Harrison. Two going into the Hall of Fame. T.O., if he knock out Comey, he gonna be in there, bro. We gonna have a whole ceremony stream for him. I can't wait to Pacquiao and Floyd fully retire. They are still in the spotlight from the younger fighters. Younger fighters ain't fighting nobody. That's the problem. Younger fighters don't want to fight nobody. That's the problem. If they fought somebody, then we wouldn't be sitting here talking about, Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. You got Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, not fighting each other. You got Keith Thurman popping his head in, getting paydays and disappearing. Sean Porter, the only one willing to go across the street and fight everybody and fight any and everybody. I ain't mad Pacquiao and Floyd coming back. Earl Spence, they're gonna blame, if Earl never had the car accident, he would have got the Pacquiao fight. Bullshit. He was never getting that fight. I thought Pete was supposed to fight Floyd. I guess he fighting Tony Ferguson. That's why Conor McGregor fighting in January. And plus Conor McGregor sell a better fight because he speak fluent English. Word on Texas, that boy on that powder and lean. You fool me. I heard something like that. You give T.O. more of a chance. Yeah, I definitely give him more of a chance after being calm. He seemed more composed. He seemed more energized. Who you think going to come out number one at 130 at top rank? Burchett. Let's Lomachenko go back down, but Burchett. It's Floyd effect. Nobody wants that lose the O. True. Monguia being matched up with a solid puncher finally. Oh, Spike O'Sullivan, he just got iced though. Exactly, the excuse is already in place. I don't think that fight. Hold on. He said, I don't think that fight goes the same back to back, but Comey looked much slower. Maybe T.O. was just that much faster. Tony Harrison gonna get this when I'm ready to give T.O. his respect after he mocked Maloma. He got my respect already. Khabib versus Ferguson is a good fight. Yeah, I heard. I got Khabib still. Bud should only fight Porter if a belt is on the line. It won't be. They making Danny Garcia, Ivan Reddick a WBC title eliminator. WBC find some way to co-sign the fight. I didn't realize T.O. was that quick. Me neither. LJFA. So is Porter really fighting Bud or is it? I don't know if they fight each other. I doubt it. How can Earl respond to Bradley but won't show his face? Exactly. That's a great point. He need to learn what a raccoon is though. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what that is. Who you got in the Wilder Fury match? I ain't sure I favor Wilder though. Mr. All Lives Matters coming back. Yeah, somebody need to tell Errol Spence that. Errol Spence the one around here with his face up Jerry Jones butt crack and trying to be like Mr. All Lives Matter, Mr. Gucci, Mr. Donald Trump, Mr. Donald Sterling, Floyd Mayweather. He calling Timothy Bradley a raccoon. Crazy, right? I've never seen a title holder get matched up with so many feather-fisted fighters. I want to see his chin tested. Who you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Who you talking about? Earl ain't gotta show his face. I know. Especially while Crawford's still alive. What do you think about the fighter that is fighting Rigo this weekend? I don't even know who the fuck he fighting, dog. Somebody told me like a while ago. He fighting for a regular belt. Who the fuck he fighting, bro? He fighting for a regular belt. I don't even know that. Yeah, he on the undercard, ain't he? They ain't have him on the undercard, though. When I just looked, he wasn't on the undercard. Yeah. He ain't got no fight schedule. They must have took him off the card. Riggando ain't got no fight schedule. Nope. He ain't got no fight schedule according to Box Rec. Oh, Monguia. Spike O'Sullivan just got smashed. He should smash him. Jason Sosa salute. Spence may be done. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. It don't matter. It's gonna be excuses due to the way Mikey versus Kell Brook was rumored if Vargas fight fell through. I could believe it because Kell Brook supposed to be coming back in January too. They had leaked that he's supposed to come back versus Antonio DeMarco, who just lost in a good fight with Jamal James in Minnesota. So that could be true. People keep saying Kell Brook, Terrence Crawford was ducking Kell Brook, and Kell Brook been supposed to come back for a long ass time. I'd definitely be more interested in Kell Brook and Mikey Garcia than Kell Brook and Jessie Vargas. He's fooling. Spence out here hiding like, where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Yeah, he got a opinion on Snapchat. He got a opinion on Instagram and all this, man. Run them motherfucking belts, pussy. You know what I'm saying? Run them belts. You know what I'm saying? Just run them damn belts. Won't nobody remember you once you drop them belts. We know your big ass gonna come back at 54 or something. Just leave the belts at the door. Drop the belts, nobody get hurt. Put the money in the bag. Mikey versus Conor possibility, I doubt it. Maybe. Kell Brook at 147. I didn't think he'd be too weight drained at this point. Well, Vargas talking about a catch weight too, they say. Mikey versus I watched though. Danny Garcia is the biggest cherry picker alive. Facts. If I can get away, if I can get 10 boxers out of boxing, bro, Danny Garcia be on that list for sure. He just around boxing for no reason, dude. Danny Garcia just boxing for no reason. Boxing for a paycheck. I like how Jessie Vargas beat Ray Mercer and became WBC mandatory despite being 23-16. Jesse Ferguson. Who was that? Bushido Box described this shit. He said he got a lot to say about Tim, but ain't addressed. What did he say? I didn't catch it. Hold on, let's go. He said he got a lot to say about Tim, but ain't addressed his fans about his situation. Ain't apologized. He ain't issued a statement like I made a bad decision or bad choice or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I wish he just go away too. Should Spence drop them belts? He holding them hostage. Then remember they was talking about Keith Thurman holding the belt hostage. Keith Thurman held them. He boxing in the street, man. Come on, 78. He holding the division up, man. I got to go search my friends list for Trill Tranny Talk, man. Hit the like button, man. They was on Keith Thurman head. Keith Thurman had legitimate injuries. This dude injury come from playing with his nose or something, bro. Whatever he was doing bad. He had a bad batch, a lean or whatever it was. Counter Cruz, biggest champion. Yeah, him too. Kell Brook and Jesse Vargas. What do you say? Kell Brook and Jesse Vargas should finally get. Man, just Jesse Vargas just ain't appealing to me. That nigga's one of the most boringest boxers alive. No, I ain't going. I don't know. I ain't going to lie for Charlo Harrison. I doubt it. You think Terrence would admit he got dropped? I don't know. Once he watch it, shit, it happens. Shit, Pernell got dropped. Tito Trinidad got dropped. Pacquiao been dropped multiple times. Shit, shit happened. Ivan Reddick, if he beat Garcia, Ivan Reddick, man, I don't think he could beat Garcia. Did you see the Maniac exposed by a former member? Who? Who you talking about? You talking about Wood shit? Spence like a cockroach hiding under a rock like a straight hoe. Lean is a part of the opiate epidemic, low key. I could believe it. Javante fight Lopez if Lopez beat Lomachenko. He ain't fighting no Lopez, bro. He scared to fight Lomachenko. He ain't fighting no Lopez. If Tony Harrison beat Charlo, I wonder if he gonna go out and come hoes again. Probably so. He go to the bar by my crib. I can walk to that bitch. Right by my crib, they be partying that. Would Javante fight though? Nope. You think Cheeto could beat Mayweather? I don't know. He was big welterweight though. It'd be a good fight. Praise Spence, hole niggas. He's fooling. If Charlo lose, he should be on suicide watch. No, I want to play video games. I hope he lose, bro. I don't care what happened with Tank. Sorry ass. I'm pulling for Gamboa. Did you produce your intro thing? Nah. He talking about one of them three bald-headed wise men. Who we talking about? They gonna make Tony fight his brother when he beat Charlo again. No, the winner gonna fight J Rock. I heard, as long as J Rock won't win versus Jason Rosario. He said Danny Cherry Garcia should fight Virgil Ortiz. Man, please. Danny Garcia drink a bottle of acid before you do that. Lara should fight the winner Harrison Charlo. I heard they trying to make that fight with Erickson Lubin. He said a Maniac sent the email to a former member saying they must say good stuff about the Russian bot and try to keep him in check through the emails. Who? Yeah, say that motherfucking name who sent the emails, bro. Or who, it's a video or something. I want to see that shit. Because I heard some other shit too that somebody told me that he wanted them niggas to all go live on a certain schedule, and that he didn't want certain dudes going live when they was going live. This nigga had a live schedule for niggas. Like he wanted everybody to go live at their Pacific time so they won't run into his live. I'm like, are you serious, dog? I ain't about to say nothing good about. If I ain't got nothing so good to say about you, bro, I ain't saying it, bro. On God. J Rock should handle his next fight. Hold on, I gotta get on my phone. This shit moving fast. Hold on. Yeah, Rigondeaux fight must have got canceled. Yeah. Hold on. I heard Tom Joyner finally retired and shit. Ain't that crazy? Old Tom retired. They say he's making $14 million a year on the radio. How can I get down like Brandy? I wanna be down with what you're going through. I wanna be down. I wanna be down. I won't be down with that $14 million a year. I listened to Tom Joyner as a kid every morning going to school. Ow, ow, ow. It's the Tom Joyner morning show. Shout out to Tom Joyner though. Real stand-up dude, man. Okay, I read that. So all this hate for Bud is over interview. I remember everyone liked Bud. Not too long. Over interview, dude. An interview. He won't talk to me. This motherfucker emotional, dog. Over an interview. Like, dude, it ain't even like he hit you with the Heisman for the interview, though. These niggas crying. We supported you and we loved you and we nurtured you. We fed you. You know, like, come on, man. Like, there's females, dog. That's what female tendencies is, man. I can't believe you turned us down for an interview. And the dude that he spun for the interview, he wasn't even tripping about it, though. He told me, I ain't tripping about that shit, bro. Mosley and Crawford, that's a good fight. Not sure at 47. Shane a beast, though. Wouldn't surprise me if he won. J Rock should handle his next fight like where he should. Mansoor Floyd wasn't trying to fight Paul. Floyd wasn't trying to fight Paul Williams, Margarito, undefeated Cotto. He damn sure wasn't trying to fight Tito. Remember, Floyd retired when welterweight was at his best. Yeah, it was Clyde, Cotto, Shane, rejuvenated Zab Judah. There's a lot of dudes in the division when he got out of there. Pacquiao, a lot of dudes. Marquez, he made him come up, and then he weighed in overweight. But yeah, it's a video of him. I'm gonna get that video and I'm gonna post it on social media. Him running from Margarito. That shit was funny. I like Vigil over Danny. No, he too green, bro. He too green. I'll still take Danny. Danny probably knocked that kid out at this point or hurt him. A little bit not no match for Lara though. Maybe right. Did the WBO order to Cesarion Castanos yet? Not yet. Hurt is coming. Only a Mexican fighter can get away with the stuff Mikey and Leo do. True. If Gamboa beats Tank, that is the upset of the year for sure. He my fighter of the year. He do that. It's on. Okay, let me go see. I don't even know who the fuck that nigga is, but I'm about to go find him. Hold on. These niggas be doing too much, dog. Hold on. Oh, he did 2 days ago. Oh, I see. I'm gonna go check it out. I think that's the one. Was it the one with Marlo Stanfield filming the thumbnail? I'm telling you, man, them dudes don't move right, man. Them dudes don't move right, man. That's why they got mad at me. I was too real. There was too much dry hating going on my end, bro. There's a lot of jealousy, dude. A lot of jealousy. When they found out they couldn't tell me what to do. They couldn't control me. They don't mess with me, bro. they know better, bro. They know better. They ain't gonna fuck with me. Yeah, all them weirdos, man. Don't know shit about boxing, bro. Mikey at least came a unified champion before selling his old true. Barely did that. Because he want to fight that dude. J Rock would beat Eubanks Jr. Yeah, I believe so. Gave his spot to Ricky Smiley. Oh, he gave his spot to Ricky Smiley. Salute to him. I like Ricky Smiley. I had a college class with his son and shit. Yeah, I had a college class with his son. Mercer would be more for all them nicknames. Yeah, he ain't lying. Wood got one of the best channels going right now. He won't talk to us. Them niggas like he won't talk to us, bro. Like I see if it was abroad. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even see it then. I'm moving on, bro. I ain't really like since middle school. I ain't really never hounded no girl, bro. Never, bro. It just make you seem weak. Going back and looking at Marcus Houston on Roger on Sister Sister and looking at Jaleel White, Steve Urkel on Family Matters, man. Just look, man, that shit don't work, man. Gambosa and Bay, what happened? He didn't look too good. Which one? I ain't see it. PBC got a good matchup at 54. Castanos, Lubin, I don't know why they haven't made that fight yet. Castanos fighting for the title, though. WBO versus Teixeira. They too emotional attached to the fighters. You ain't lying. We'll call that ball here a dust head. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm just trying to figure out when the Russian bot gonna show his face. Who will Bud fight next? I ain't really thought about it yet. I ain't heard nothing about it yet. I'll be down with everyone I can get. A lot of niggas getting blocked. Them dudes some clowns, true. Roger versus Joel Judah. That shit went down already. Niggas got to swinging. Zab was about to get stopped. That's why they did all that. You were about to be at 27. Yeah. They was trying to stop me at one point for no apparent reason. He cool. He a little shiesty nigga too, Ricky E, man. I hate to say it, bro, but somebody told me something about him, bro. I'm like, all right, bro. But he ain't did shit to me. He cool, but shit I heard he pulled, man, I can't respect. And I believe it to be true. Charles needs to fight Derevchenko. Oh, man, the game fight neither one of them. He'll fight Triple G trying to fight Derevchenko. He said, always showing his gold grill. You can see his nigga with some teeth. Yeah, I am. I remember when my grandmas told me to go get some tobacco, and I had to at 7 I had to walk to the Piggly Wiggly. I seen Miss Seeley's. Hit the like button, how? Send them super chats to power my rage, ho. I had to give my grandma tobacco and the out of here. Oh, pumpkin patch head ass nigga bit. You watch the US Olympic trials? Nah. They had them this year? What's good, Tex Rock? Yeah. Notifications go out when they want to. I don't think Spence could beat the Mean Machine. Not right now. Shit, nigga might not have no teeth. No teeth assists. But yeah, that's best for sure he could beat him. Piggly Wiggly. The girl on ESPN and believe Piggly Wiggly was a real spy. I've been to Piggly Wiggly down before. I got one. I think they had one in Prattville, Alabama, bro. The Piggly Wiggly, the Winn Dixie, the Publix. I seen what Berto did. Yeah, I seen what you sent to me. I don't care about Berto. The original protected fighter. He said it started December 7th. Yeah, I come from a different club. I was cut from you. You don't talk to me, and you don't like my pictures, girl. You don't send me good morning Texas. I'm cutting you off. I love you, bud. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. I'm a big nigga, but I just want to talk. I just want to feel your presence. I just want to watch your soul glow. I just want to give you a hug. I want to hug you. I want to love you. I want to tug you. Oh, Elmira ball here there, man. These dudes Elmira talking about trio. He'll try to check you for me. Man, I ain't trying, man. Can't nobody tell me how I move. Why would you even want to be over there? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Send a super chat. Hit the like button. Oh, come on, man. Ain't nothing but stupidity. The only way you can watch them channels is get stupider and stupider. You're going to get smarter going over there. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. The day of the boys. I heard he called out Dillian White. He ain't gonna. Dillian White wasn't there. He getting beat up by Lawrence O'Callaghan in the gym. He getting beat up by Lawrence O'Callaghan, man. Yeah, let me slide up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Hit the like button on your way out. That's how I'm about to drive to the Piggly Wiggly and get my grandma some tobaccos. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, ho. Hit the like button.